What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Martin Show. Our guest today is from the creative space. This man is an artist, a graphic designer, a photographer, and videographer. I introduced to you, J.M. Andres. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here. Good to be here. I'm excited to be here, man.
Yeah.
First podcast. No, not first one, but first podcast with a video.
So behind the camera.
Behind the camera. I'm normally behind the camera, but it's good to be on the other side, you know?
Yeah.
Well, pretty excited about it. Pretty excited.
No, man, thank you for coming. I feel like, bro, is this the first time we've like crossed paths, do you think?
I think so.
It is,
I think it's my first time meeting you guys.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've seen you guys so many times on social media. And I'm like, okay.
I can relate to them.
I can relate, so I can, vibe with them.
No, I appreciate that. Whereabouts are you from, brother? Whereabouts did you grow up and stuff?
So I grew up in Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
In Ilocos Norte. And then I moved here when I was about 10 or 11. Grew up in West Auckland. Even with my schooling, I went to Custom Intermediate, Custom Boys High School, and then I took a gap year and then went to AET after.
Wow, can we block, eh? No way, bro. Oh, that's crazy. That's probably why I feel like there's like a part of me that feels like we may not have crossed paths completely, but I feel like I've seen you somewhere. I think that's just because West Auckland's so small.
Yeah.
We're Westies as well. But
Just where was Coach guys, buddy?
I went to Rutherford, so grew up in Te Atitu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then we moved over to the North Shore.
Nice.
And I went to Rangitoto. Jake went to Westlake. Schmally. Bro, so Philippines, do you know much about your whakapapa, your genealogy and your Filipino history, I guess?
I wish, man. Growing up, I didn't really know much. Like from 10, I wasn't really part of that culture. I was just going to school and all that stuff. Like from growing up, you don't really, I don't know, like for me, I didn't really learn it properly.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, I didn't know any English as well. So I was kind of lost in that language. Like I didn't know my language properly. I didn't know English properly, which was, I think, a challenge for me.
Yeah.
And then 10 years after, so when I was about 19 or 20, I went back to Philippines just for a little holiday with my family. But I couldn't speak my language properly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was interesting because when I would go to Macca's, go get some food and stuff, and I would order and I would try to speak my language. Well, everyone would start cracking up because my accent would just be way off.
Yeah.
But I would try, I would try to speak that language properly.
Yeah.
We do speak it at home. So I speak a dialect called Ilocano.
Yeah.
There's that main one as well. It's called Tagalog.
Yeah.
So I'm a lot better with Ilocano than Tagalog. But now I'm way better.
Yeah.
I went to Philippines at the beginning of the year for 2 weeks, and it got sharper and sharper.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
What about your whānau? Do you have siblings?
Yeah. So I've got 2 siblings. They're in the creative fields as well.
Oh, true.
My brother, he's a tattoo artist. He's been doing that for quite a long time. He's done all of my tattoos. I got chest piece, ribs, and I got my shins as well in my arm.
Yeah.
So I think he's been doing that for 10, 12 years, but he's talented. I look up to him.
Yeah.
And my sister, she pretty much does the same thing as me. She's a graphic designer, photographer, illustrator, and videographer.
So you reckon that's what you witnessing them made you sort of catch the creative bug?
Yeah.
Through them. What about your parents?
My parents, my dad, he's on the creative side. So when he was 18, 19, I think, he moved to Saudi Arabia at a very young age. I think he was the illustrator for the Navy in Saudi Arabia. And then I think that's where we got the creative side. And then my mom, she's just got the eye for it.
Yeah,
she worked at a bank, but every time we would create something, she would give us feedback. And that's valid.
Yeah. Talented whānau then, talented family.
That's good.
Describe your earlier years. Did you guys come from a lot or?
No, we didn't come from a lot. So when we got here, 16 years ago, back in 2008, I'm pretty sure, I think it was my mom or my dad saying that we were going to stay at a sleep out or a garage in one of my uncle's place. which I found interesting. I was like, oh, like, well, because my parents didn't really talk about money to us at that time. But they kind of figure out that I'm a lot older now, that we didn't have much. But 3-4 years ago, my brother and I, we had a massive milestone. We bought a property for our parents. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations on that, bro. That's
thanks, man.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And do you think because maybe you didn't come from a lot, that's why you and your brother are so driven to want to give back to your parents, to be successful, all those sorts of things?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, as an immigrant, like my siblings and I, like my sister as well, she's a hard worker too. I feel like we just gotta start from somewhere and then just gotta work our way up, pretty much. And
well, speaking of your art, your craft, what do you call yourself? Like when you're writing down your job description or whatever, do you say like, I'm a graphic designer, or do you say I'm an artist, or I'm a freelancer? Or like what do you go by?
It's like everything. I just put all the list. I pretty much do graphic design, photography, video, illustrator. But like on my full-time job, on my email banner, I used to just put designer. But now I'm like, I just want to do everything. I just put graphic design, photography, and video.
How long have you been a designer?
A designer or an artist, I guess.
An artist. That's
well, at a very young age, as long as I can remember, probably I would say 7 or 8. Because I used to just watch my brother and my sister draw and be creative and stuff, and every time they would draw or do something creative, I'd try to recreate what they do. But then I'd be like, it's pretty shit. So I used to get angry, and I used to tell my mom and all that stuff, like, why are they so good? And then there's me. But it just kind of made me, I don't know, it just made me work harder. Hungrier. Hungrier.
Probably got competition now.
That's just how it is. I know you and Jake do that same thing with boxing as well.
Exactly. It's like we call it healthy competition. Like, can get a little bit unhealthy. Like, hey, well, I can draw that. Oh, crazy. So you said you went to university?
Yeah, I went to AUT.
Yeah, did an arts degree?
So I did communication design, and I majored in advertising and branding. So within that course or bachelor, you get to learn how to illustrate, design, do graphic design stuff. You can do photography as well, but I didn't do that stuff. Video, that's completely different. But you get to learn the psychology of design, the anatomy of typography, like the color schemes, what sort of design to do for different type of target audiences.
Real like specific. Would you recommend it to anyone who wanted to come into your sort of field? You'd recommend getting that sort of degree as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, you get to learn a lot more instead of just drawing and doing illustrations and stuff. You get to, I guess, expand your knowledge about people and how they think, and how you can kind of redesign all these things that you thought it was good, but then you kind of curate all these designs within that certain group of people. So let's say, I don't know, like your jacket champion, like what did you get it?
I actually got this recently from one of my bros. He was moving overseas, so he was getting rid of all these jackets, and I was like, oh man, I love Champion. So branding, I guess branding.
I love the branding, like Nike stuff. Coke, like what, Nike, good product. And then there's that story behind the whole brand as well, just storytelling. It's a massive thing.
In those earlier stages, what was your goal? What was your mission back then, or the vision?
At uni or before?
Or just after uni? Like just leave, was uni. It like, I'm gonna leave uni, I'm gonna make money so I can pay off this student loan debt? Or was it like, I want to just live in my passion, do what I love? Or was it a combination of different things?
Yeah. So during uni, my goal was to have this creative studio where I can do branding, like the services that I can do for businesses, branding, graphic design, illustrations, photography, video stuff, which I'm currently doing, I guess, in a way, but in a smaller. I'm just a freelancer at the moment. But I want it to be bigger, where I can have a massive team. But that was the goal back then. Since
then, you've added more services. Such as the photography, videography, all those sorts of things. Why did you do that? What was the point in that?
So before uni, I actually wanted to be a painter. like throughout high school days, I was painting, doing illustrations and stuff. I didn't get introduced to graphic design until when I was year 12, maybe. It evolved to me trying to get used to doing the design stuff on the laptop or on the computer. And then when I applied for uni, I actually applied doing painting and design. And then my sister was like, I can get onto the design side just because everything's just being digitalized. And there's more job opportunities as well. And I was doing painting already, so I could just learn that by myself.
Yeah, bro. See, more opportunities. I love that. I feel like, bro, then this correlates to so many different things. I feel like if we wanted to get better, level up at something, whatever, I feel like we have to add more value to ourselves. So we can then share that value onto others. And I feel like that's exactly what you did.
I just wanted to be more versatile.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And, just have these value that I can give to other businesses or like to other people.
For sure.
So that's why I did those services.
But in order to learn those new skills, you would have to have acquired them, you would have to learn them. Would you say you're more of a DIY, like do it yourself and learn on the job, like grab the camera and just learn? Or did you take courses and photography classes or whatever? So
photography, I didn't really touch that until after uni. So after uni, I worked for a job, I worked for a restaurant doing the social media stuff, and that's just how I kind of learned. I just went on YouTube, just DIY stuff, just YouTube, and then from there I just got involved to doing more stuff, really. And then with the company that I'm with right now, I'm just learning about videos. So that's nice.
It's a new age at the moment, eh? Everyone's creating content somewhere, eh? Okay, so now after you've acquired all this knowledge, all these skills, versatile as you say, what's the goal now? Is the vision, is the mission still the same as Jam just out of uni, or is it a little bit different now?
I think it's a little different now. Like before, I just wanted to create this studio, like this design studio. But now it's still the same. Like I can provide all these services to other businesses and all that stuff, but I just want to create a business out of nothing in some way. Two of my mates and I, we're building this company in Bali where we create the next generation of men and business-minded people as well. So this is where you boost your fitness, your mental strength, and you can make connections along the way as well. In that space, you have your private chefs, your private pools, you got your gym, there'll be workshops, there'll be trainers, and then you got networking events too. It's available for all people, all levels, sorry.
Gotcha.
Whether you're still trying to figure out what pathway to take, or if you're in the middle ground where you're living decently, or you're all the way at the top where you just want to kind of focus for at least a week and lock in. So it's pretty much people who want to lock in, better themselves, and make connections with like-minded people.
Wow. So like a self-improvement.
So it's a retreat. So it's a good one.
Oh, bro, whereabouts in Bali is this?
So it's going to be in Ubud for the first one.
Okay.
Hopefully by then we'll expand a bit more in Ubud, and then somewhere in Bali, and then hopefully we'll go somewhere in maybe like Thailand, Singapore, Philippines, or wherever.
Wicked. And this is still in the development stages?
It's still in the development stages. I'm actually going to fly to Bali in 6 weeks' time to do some content creating and do some filming.
I should be there.
Yeah, I know. I know.
When we're there.
Yeah. I reckon we'll do a podcast in that villa.
Done!
How good would it be?
Oh my God.
It's unusual for me, I guess, because I'm just usually helping businesses. But for this time, I'm part of the business.
Wow.
So it's good.
Oh, bro, speaking of your journey, there would have been many ups and downs. What were some of the obstacles, some of the challenges throughout?
It's mostly on the mental side of things. Like, let's say my brother and I bought a house 3-4 years ago. And then 8 months later, I moved in with my ex to a different spot. I think I was a little financially stressed, even though I wasn't. I think it's just that mindset of me, like I'm not saving as much anymore. It just kind of not burnt out, but I was working heaps, even though I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I just felt like I needed that security. And then from that, I just got burnt out, and I'm like, I'm just doing this just for the money now.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty shit. But yeah, a few months later, I just took a little break and then just kind of reassess myself and be like, oh no, this is actually what you need to do.
Wow.
And then the other one was through my breakup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I was producing all the work and stuff, but my head wasn't in it.
Mm.
So I did take about 4 or 5 months off, just going to the gym, just, gym, doing my full-time job, and then just trying to hang out with the boys, going for runs and all that stuff.
Was this recent as well?
Yeah, so that was 1.5 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah. So for that first 6 months, I just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Just focus on gymming. Well, I gained weight quite a few kgs there.
Yeah, bro.
I felt like shit, G.
Yeah. Bro, like, it takes so much work to get it off, eh?
Yeah,
and
it does.
A few weeks of just sitting there eating that bloody spoon of ice cream and holy shit.
I started running as well. I was like, shit, this isn't me.
Yeah.
Well, my first proper run was at 445 Club. I don't know if you know that one.
Yeah.
But like, you meet around Mission Bay, meet there at 445, and then start running at 5 o'clock. And then 2 of the boys came with me who runs quite a bit.
Yeah.
And in that first 800 meters, bro, I was puffed out because you gotta run 20 minutes out, and then 20 minutes back. So it's a 40-minute run.
Wow.
And then normally the average run there, I think it's like 5:30, 6 kilometers, 6-minute pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, nah, this is me. But nah, I went back.
Well, bro, I feel like running is, even for Jakey and I, it's so good for up here.
It is.
Like to get away from, all the mahi that you're doing, or the troubles such as a relationship breakup. Running helps you clear your mind, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And what you were saying, especially in that first issue that you were having about the financial side of things, what helped you in that was taking a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But that was the best thing I've done, but like, just no work. Like what I said before too, so this is a year and a half ago. So 6 months off, not doing anything really. Like, I was working and stuff, but my head wasn't in it. Yeah. My focus was go to the gym, get my head straight, do my full-time job. And then one of my mates actually hit me up. He goes, bro, I want to start taking you out again, like going out to clubbing and stuff, just because your confidence wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, but I wasn't really talking to any of the boys, my head was just thinking about this whole thing, this whole situation. Yeah. And then, my first night out, I probably went home at like 11 p.m. Mm. And then the second night out, went home around 12 p.m. And the one after that, I got my confidence back. I would just go out like 3 a.m. And then, so that was a few months before our boys trip as well. Yeah. And then on that boys trip, I just felt like I was a completely different person.
Wow.
Like, it just, yeah. So yeah, one of the boys moved, he got my confidence back up.
Yeah, wow, so, beautiful.
Yeah.
You can finally let your hair out a little bit, and enjoy it, relax a little bit more.
Yeah.
What I personally struggle with is the grind. Like, we're always thinking about the work and the next thing. And I sometimes think that we forget to rest. Yeah. Even just, I don't know, one day in your week, just to dedicate it just to just chilling out, man, however they may look for you. And I think a lot of lads, in particular lads, struggle with this too. Yeah. Always thinking about the next venture, the next thing, whatever it is.
No, you just want to improve on yourself every single day, but then you just like, no, you actually need a break. Yeah.
Like I told you, bro, Bali in a few weeks.
I'll see you there.
I do want to ask you about this idea of creativity. What does creativity mean to you, bro?
It's a mixture of imagination and reality. Mm. It allows you to create something new into this world, reflection of your thoughts, your inner thoughts, your emotions and experiences, pretty much. Yeah, so it's such a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is. Do you think that your idea or your thoughts on creativity have changed over time, or have you always thought that?
No, it's completely changed.
Yeah.
Like during uni, I thought creativity is it's solely for people who are creatives or people who are in that creative field. But now, it made me realize that it's more than that. It's problem solving. How can you be creative on that? Even though, like, even structuring your daily life, or building all these relationships, or even creating all your scripts, maybe, or the boxing.
For sure.
How do you get creative on knocking this guy out?
Yeah, bro. Well, I always used to think that I wasn't a creative person. Like, I always used to think that you either had it or you didn't. Like, in high school, I'm the sporty guy. I'm not creative. I don't do art. And I know a lot of, in particular, young men think the same. I'm a tradie, therefore I'm not creative. Or I'm good at math, therefore I'm not creative. You know what I mean? But what I think I've come to learn is, like, we all can be creative. We all are creative, and we all have the opportunity to be creative, especially here in Aotearoa,
I agree.
What I think people struggle with is, first of all, they got to just believe and admit that they are and can be creative. But second of all, it's having like the courage or confidence or both to be able to express that creativity to the world.
Yeah.
Did you ever struggle with sharing your art and putting it out there?
Yeah, man. Like, especially when I first started, well, I've got so many illustrations in my box, just put in a cupboard somewhere in my house, that I haven't released.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't really like that one. But I know I'm proud of it. But when I share on Instagram, I would think like, okay, like, what are they going to think about this? Even now, like, with the graphic design stuff that I do, the photography stuff that I do, and the video stuff, I've got them on my laptop. I just haven't shared them for a while.
Yeah, so you still struggle with that even now to this day?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us do, bro, with sharing whatever it is out there to the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, like the opinions of other people. It's such a prohibitor on all of us in different ways.
It's that, and I criticize myself quite a bit. Yeah. I'm just like, okay, so you could probably do better than that.
Wow.
But I try to, just relax a little bit, just tone it down.
Yeah.
Just share it and just don't look at it for a while.
Yeah.
Just
bro. Don't check the comments. Because bro, if there's 20 good comments, one bad comment, you just look at that freaking bad comment. That happens,
and then you stalk them, like, what what is he on about?
And then you look at them and it's like freaking Bob, bloody Archio one eating a pizza, and you're like,
hater. I'm gonna block you too. No.
Bro, 100%. Bro, apart from arts and the creative side of things, what else do you do? What else are you passionate about, interested? What excites Jam?
I think gymming excites me quite a bit. And traveling, bro, like that Southeast Asia trip with the boys. Like, we were there for about 4 to 5 weeks. There were 8 to 12 of us, a massive group. And then, because we went to Bali, Thailand, Philippines, and the stuff that we did, like, we met all these beautiful people from all over the places, Brazil, France, Norway, and like, you create these meaningful connections with them. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exciting. So I'm gonna go back to Bali in 6 weeks' time, and I'll see you there.
Naughty.
No, it's business.
Yeah. Got you. Well, I feel like traveling, you start thinking differently when you're in a new place.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to, bro. It's just, you know what I mean? Even just being in a completely different environment changes
your mindset.
Yeah, bro. And so my question is now, where do you go to for inspiration?
Oof, good question, bro. I think the people that I talk to the most, I get the most inspired from them.
Wow.
There's this one woman at my work. She's actually my manager. She's quit now, but she's this kind, generous person. She's loving, she's likable, and every time I watch her, she I don't know, she's just, there's something about her that inspires me. Even with you, like your vibe, it's inspiring, you know. So I get most inspired from the people I talk to, nature, and sometimes I just go completely quiet, no sound, no music, and then I just let everything in my head.
I love that.
I don't tell her this much, but Esther, if you're listening to this, we do appreciate you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually beautiful, bro, because I feel like we're always looking at like well, for a lot of people, looking at, the superstars out there, the Justin Bieber, Logan Paul, all these big names. And here you are saying like, just a lady from your mahi, from your work.
Yeah.
I love that. Because you see her, you see her every day.
Most days. Even the big boss. But like he comes in, gives you a high five, very humble guy. Like, he's pretty well off, but he's just a humble guy. Everyone likes him as well. And just, you kind of want to be that person, a good person.
Yeah.
And that's just, that inspires me the most.
Bro, being a good person.
Yeah.
What do you think you need to work on, bro?
Well, definitely public speaking.
Yeah.
Well, like I gotta do inductions every month at my job. But every time I do them, I just get nervous.
Bro, it's a scary thing. It's a skill.
Yeah.
Public speaking is a skill, man.
It is.
So what are you doing in order to get better at that thing? Something like this.
Something like this. I was quite hesitant about it. I was like, shit, like, do I do this? I'm like, it's something I need to work on. I need to work on my communication skills. So yeah, I'm doing this. One thing as well is my discipline. Like, I do lack of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like my other coworker, she goes to the gym twice a day. Wow. Like in the morning, goes to her full-time job, which is our job, and then goes to the gym after work. Yeah. But she's disciplined, man. A little bit more disciplined. Yeah. And are you talking in regards to everything in life? Everything in life, yeah. But like that's with my side hustles, going to the gym, my diet, even just my full-time, and spending time with my friends. Yeah. Well-being, in general. Yeah. Just well-being. Yeah. I love that. You were mentioning before how a part of you still struggles to share certain pieces of your art to the world because of what people may think or say. What else do you struggle with now? Balancing my skills and trying to sharpen them up. Because I've got, like I said before, I do illustrations, graphic design, photography, videos, but I can't sharpen them if I just have, as opposed to just having that videography skills where I spend, 12 hours a day doing videos, but I can't do that. Yeah. And I got other stuff too. So I think just sharpening up my skills. Becoming like an overall, instead of just being strong in one or two things, becoming more versatile and balanced in all areas. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I think I could do better than that too, bro. Future Jam. 5-10 years, brother. Where do you want to see yourself? What do you want to have done, achieved? I'm 27 now, so it's 32, 37. Holy shit, we're getting old. Hopefully I would have my family by then. I'd have a family by then, and I'd have that security. Having that freedom of location, money, and time. I think those are the things that I want to achieve by that age. Just freedom, I guess. I think that's very relatable to a lot of us as well, bro. Yeah. I'm definitely chasing that too, man. Our closing question here, brother. Younger Jam. What age? You can go. However, it could be that Jam still in the Philippines. It could be Jam just coming to Aotearoa. You got one thing you want to say to him? What do you want to say to him? I think I'll probably talk to my 19-year-old self because he struggled the most. You should be proud of what you've done during that time because that led you to where you are now, and all those stuff that you wanted to achieve, you're living in it. I'm sure he'll be proud of you, brother. I'm proud of you for coming, bro. Well done. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Any last words? Not much, but
Where can the people find you, man? Where can the people find you?
Late Night Studio on Instagram for my personal stuff, Jam Andres, for my photography stuff, Cloud Studio, NZ, I think. I'll just chuck it on there.
Yeah,
Link.
link it below, man. Jam Andres, ladies and gentlemen, bro, that is another episode of The Martin Show done and dusted. If you've made it this far, please subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Spotify, give the socials _ The Martin Show a follow, and we will be back next week.